Hello, my beautiful duckling. Welcome back to the garden. This is Susie, your beautiful swan queen. I don't look so beautiful this morning because I'm really pissed off. And it's okay to be pissed off. It truly, utterly, 100% is okay to be upset. I had a comment deleted on a post on Facebook this morning, and I'm just beyond livid. People are taking what I teach, and I know they're watching my videos. These supposed gurus who are teaching and milking people for money are watching my videos, and they're taking little word phrases I use, and they're telling their people that they need to say this word phrase. So you're God, and you're walking around saying, I am a happy girlfriend. Guess what? It's not working. It's not working because what is the happy girlfriend state, first of all? Do you even know what that state is? None of my clients do. None of my friends do. None of my family members do. When you are walking around saying, I am God and I am a happy girlfriend, that's 100% about you. And the reason you're not getting the guy back is because there's no team in I. When you are in a relationship, there are two footprints in the sand. There's two. There's your set of footprints and his set of footprints. Some days you guys are going to walk together, side by side, in unison. Your steps are going to match equally. Other days you're going to walk in that sand and his footsteps are going to be longer than yours, or yours are going to be longer than his. And then there's going to be times where there's only one footprint in the sand. Again, one footprint in the sand. And that's because one of you is carrying the other one. In a relationship, the relationship is not 100% about you. It is not 100% about him. I am the queen of fucked up relationship to an amazing relationship. I studied relationships. I've read all the books that people put out about how to get your guy back, how to get the ex back, how to, use your mental thoughts to get your guy back. I've read relationship books on how to balance a relationship. So maybe I don't have a PhD because it's not hanging on that wall behind me, but I have a master's in relationships. I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and I asked him, why do we have the perfect relationship? And he said, because we are friends first. Everything else is irrelevant because we are friends first. I said, well, why does this relationship make you happy? And he said, because you're honest with me. You don't expect anything from me. You don't assume I'm going to do something. You ask me, hey, is it okay if I do this? Hey, can I use you for that? Hey, can you rub my feet? You don't expect me to read your mind. We are in a relationship, and we are afraid to talk to the person we have a relationship with. We're afraid to say, honey, it really upsets me when you leave the toilet seat up. It really upsets me when you are texting other women while you're having dinner with me. Are you cheating on me? Because we know it's going to turn into a big fight. Well, guess what? The cornerstone of a relationship is communication. Why would you want to be with somebody if it's only in your head and you are constantly mentally having to struggle to keep that relationship afloat or good? So when I started the trend, it is happily married. Why am I happily married? Yes, I am happy in this marriage, is what that statement, question, whatever you want to put it as, says. Susie, why are you happy in this marriage? That's what I'm going to ask you as your coach. That's what I'm going to ask you as your mother. That's what I'm going to ask you as your best friend. That's what I'm going to ask you as the stranger in the store listening to you bitch. I am going to say, why are you happy in that relationship? What about that relationship makes you happy? And when you are saying, my boyfriend is an idiot, but I love him, hello, you're creating the idiot. So you're walking around saying, I'm a happy husband. I'm a loving husband. I'm a happy girlfriend. I'm a happy wife. But then you're going, I'm a loving husband. I do nice things for my wife because I'm a loving husband. It has absolutely nothing to do with her, but I'm a loving husband. So because I'm a loving husband, I do nice things for my wife. No, honey, that's selfish, that's egotistical, and that's arrogant. Trust me, I lived that life. It sucks. It royally sucks. When you sit there and you walk around and you go, why am I spoiled? Why does my boyfriend love me? Why is my boyfriend showing me love? Why is my boyfriend appreciating me? Why is my boyfriend respecting me? Why am I happy in this relationship? And then you ask him when you're sitting on the couch watching Arrow, because we've watched Lucifer 15 times now and the new season's not out, so we tried Arrow. And I'm sitting on the couch with one of my guy friends, and we are talking about my YouTube channel, manifesting, coaching clients, friends, the fact that I'm free from my 9-to-5 job and I'm at home now full time. And I asked him, and he said that the reason his girlfriends fail is because they assume things in the relationship. I don't know your father and he's sick. Well, I'm sorry he's sick. There's no emotion there because they don't know the person. They are talking about being attached to the hip and wanting to move in. We had sex, so now we need to move in together. There's no communication. The communication between all of us has broken down. When I was married, my girlfriend said it all the time, I don't like the way he treats you. So I started noticing and focusing on the disrespect. And then I would be like, well, no, that's not who he really is. You're just seeing, this ugly side of him because he's in a bad mood today. And I would make excuses. Well, then it got worse because I focused more on the bad. And I focused more on the bad. And I stayed because I had kids. And then when Dad died, I promised Dad that I would do everything in my power to hold the family together. I failed. After 7 years, I failed. I failed. And the reason I failed is because I focused on why I was a happy wife. But I wasn't really a happy wife. I wasn't a loving wife. There was nothing in that relationship that was happy. In order to have a happy relationship, you have to focus on the relationship. Again, the footprints in the sand. Some days, the relationship is going to be 50-50. And when it is 50-50, it is perfect. It is awesome. It is amazing. That means you guys are a teeter-totter and you are in balance. It's 50-50. Well, now you're sick. It's 100% about you today. And he's down here, and nothing he does is right. He's complete dog meat. Because he's not holding you, he's cleaning the house. He's holding you, and he's not cleaning the house. He didn't bring you home chicken noodle soup. He didn't do something, and you're going to snap because you don't feel good. Well, now you feel better, and the relationship goes back to 50-50, and you tell him, baby, I was sick, and I probably said some things I shouldn't have said, and I'm really sorry, blah, blah, blah. Then he gets sick. And our 50-50, we're down here now. And he's up here. And he's even a bigger baby when he's sick because, sorry guys, every guy I know that's been sick is a baby. You guys are huge. You're dying. Life just is ending. And nothing we do can please you, even though we try. We clean the house. We sit with you. We watch history. We watch whatever you want to watch. And we don't complain, but it's still not enough. But when you start feeling better, again, it goes back to 50-50. Now, wait a second. Something happened in the family and there's a tragedy. It's not about either one of you. So you're both down here. Because the family is up here and it needs something. Work needs something. Your best friend needs something. Your child needs something. So the relationship is never, ever, ever completely 100% about you, and you are not fucking God in that relationship. You are a person who chose to share your life with another person. And the reason that relationship is messed up is because you're thinking you're better than they are. Guess what? We're not. Alabama is better than everybody. They are the best college football out there, in my opinion. But in other people's opinion, that's not true. I actually broke up with the guy because he's a Clemson fan. Yes, I did. Because I couldn't stand him talking about Clemson. Clemson this, Clemson that, Clemson, Clemson, Clemson. I even agreed to take all my Alabama paraphernalia down. That didn't help. Every time he walked through the door, when are you getting a Clemson sign? Are we watching the Clemson game? No. I stopped inviting him over for football because it was no fun to watch football with him because he was a jerk. And wasn't my job to fix him. It was my job to go, you know what? This isn't the relationship for me. I don't want it. So I blocked him. I told him I was done. I don't want nothing to do with him anymore. And I blocked him. But I told him I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. And I wished him good luck. Here's the thing. When you are making a relationship 100% about you, there's no teamwork. It's 100% about you are happy. When do they get to be happy? They're not really our puppets and our minions. Because, you know, as much as I sit here and tell you to thank Dave and tell Dave all the time what's going on in your life and what you want to create, we cannot control another person's thoughts 86,400 seconds a day. Because they're going to come talk to me. They're going to talk to somebody else. They're going to talk to their best friend. They're going to be listening to the conversation at their coworkers at work. They're going to go to the grocery store. They're going to go through the drive-thru. They're going to listen to the radio and they are going to hear things. And those things are going to catch in their conscious brain and their subconscious brain. And then they're going to come home and inadvertently they might do something stupid. Simply saying, you know, babe, I really don't like that. I understand that, you know, that's your favorite thing in the world to do, but can you smoke outside? They're going to smoke outside if they really love you. They're going to do nice things if they really love you. But if they don't love you, they're literally going to walk around and tell you that it's 100% about them in the relationship. 2 relationships, long term. The first one royally made me miserable. I was so crabby, so miserable, so negative, I couldn't see straight. And I will tell you the secret, my ex-husband will tell you just ruined my life. But it saved my life because it made me realize that I was no longer the cheerleader. And here I was fixing their relationship, but I couldn't fix my own. Here I was fixing somebody else's relationship, but I couldn't fix my own. So for 20 years I've been fixing relationships. I worked in Sears. I worked in Walmart. Do you know that I can look at a couple and tell the difference if they're happy or they're not? So I would ask the happy couples, what's your secret? And they would always say the same 2 things. Why am I happily married? And don't go to bed angry. And I would ask, well, what do you mean happily married? Because at this point now I'm divorced. No point in even attempting to save my marriage because I didn't want to. And I kept asking, well, what do you mean happily married? And they're like, there's going to be days where you're angry, you're upset, you're frustrated, and nothing they do is right. But you have to find one good thing that day that they did for you. So if I'm happily married and I'm sick, he bought the wrong box of Kleenex, but he did buy a box of Kleenex. That's actually a good thing. If I am having a bad day at work and I come home and he had a bad day at work and wouldn't say a word to me all night because he didn't want to take it out on me, guess what? He respected me because he didn't take out his bad day on me. But I couldn't stop talking about mine because I'm a woman and we have to talk. Let's see, what other things can we do? It's not focusing again on the positive or the negative. It's focusing forward on why this is an amazing relationship. If it is not an amazing relationship and you're not bragging to the checker that's checking you out or slicing your lunch meat, the women whose husbands looked at them or boyfriends, other women, gorgeous women, would walk up in front of them and try to get the guy's attention and they wouldn't even notice they existed. I'd ask the woman, what's your secret? Oh, he's always done that. It's sick. Their words, though, he's always done that. Since the day we met, he's always looked at me like that. They thought it was sick, though. Do you really think long term that relationship's going to last? The woman who wants to get married, you guys are trying to manifest the love of your life back, and you want to get married, but you won't take his last name. To a man, the ultimate gift is giving you his last name. If he hates that name and he still gives it to you, that is a gift. And we throw it away, or we hyphenate it, or we keep our own. We walk around and go, I don't want to change my last name for one letter. Well, I'm never changing my last name. That's my dad's last name. I'm not changing my last name. I get all of that. But when you get married, Guy's thought pattern is, she doesn't want my name. Why the fuck does she want to marry me? And then they start looking for problems whether you realize it or not, because you didn't take his name. If you hyphenated it, I know we do it a lot on Facebook because, you know, we connect with people we went to school with or people we used to work with, and they may not know our new married name, so we'll hyphen it. The first thing my sister did when she got married was changed her last name. Her relationship is amazing because she's 100% focused on the relationship. When you are focused on two footprints in the sand walking side by side and you're not competing, you know that there's going to be days that you carry me and I carry you, and there's going to be days where your strides are longer than mine, and there's going to be days where Susie's going, slow down, I can't walk that fast. That's normal life. Learning to manifest consciously, we forget to have communication skills. So I'm going to go in my imagination because Jared left the toilet seat up and I got a cold wet ass at 2 a.m. And I'm just going to sit there and say, you know, so for 2 weeks straight, he leaves the toilet seat up. At 2 a.m., I get a wet butt. One of those days I'm going to come out angry. Instead of saying, hey, babe, I didn't put that sign on the toilet seat that says, please put me down. It was here when I moved in. I'm asking you to put it down for me because I don't turn the light on at 2 o'clock in the morning. You're asleep and I don't want to wake you. So I don't see the toilet seats up. You know what? He's going to put it down because I asked and I gave him a reason. All of these tools, techniques, and placebos, they'll manifest you a cup of coffee. They'll manifest you a car. They'll manifest you a money. But if you forget to talk to the love of your life and you're walking around making the relationship 100% about you and you wind up divorced, don't come crying to me. Because you listen to some guru who doesn't have any clue as to what a relationship is, or he's running his mouth off about his programs and how he can teach you how to have a relationship. Proven facts. Talk to the older couples you see in the store that are holding hands. Talk to the guys who has the hand at the small of the back of his wife. Don't walk up to them secretly. Walk up to them both and go, can I ask you a question? And they'll say, what? What's the secret to your relationship? And they'll be like, what are you talking about? Well, you know, I'm in the store and I'm watching people. And the way he looks at you, the way you look at him, the way you just walk in unison, the way you finish each other's sentences, what's your secret? They're going to tell you. Because we really, truly want to paint the world with love. And when we focus on why am I happy in this relationship? Why am I happily married? I am happy and I'm married. I am happy and I'm in this relationship. You cannot walk around and go, that person is an idiot. That person's disrespectful. That person just doesn't get it. And then go whine on Facebook because you're just creating more of the drama. And yes, I'm ranting because apparently you guys don't get it. So many people wind up getting divorced because they're afraid to say, I'm upset. You don't have to scream at the love of your life. You come at them in a calm manner. Babe, I want to talk to you about something. Babe, can we talk when you get a chance? No biggie. Because if you go at them and you attack them, or you're screaming at them, or you're nagging at them, you went right back to the reason you got separated in the first place. And it's going to go right back to where it is unless you change you. And you being happy to be in this relationship is what you need to focus on. Why is Jared happy in this relationship? I can't be afraid to ask him that. I can't be afraid to ask my guy friends. I can't be afraid to ask my kids. I may not like some of the things that they say. I mean, I've had ex-boyfriends who say, because you know you're great in bed. That's the only reason you're happy in this relationship? Well, that's a big part of the reason. Well, can you give me something else? Those might not be what we want to hear, but at least we know that there's something there, and then we can choose whether or not to stay with this person, to fix this relationship, to make this a relationship amazing. So I am constantly telling you, the love of my life is amazing. He's a wonderful person. He's romantic. He's loving. He's happy. He's successful. He's wealthy. He does so much for everybody else that as long as I'm in the top 3, I'm good. Because I know what he does. The military teaches God, country, and family. Well, the churches teach God and family. Manifesting and following certain gurus teach you, I am God and I am love, so therefore do whatever the freak I say. It doesn't work that way, guys. It does not work that way. You have to be respectful of them, appreciative of them, and loving of them. And if you're not, I can tell you exactly what words you are saying that made them leave. Because most of the time, it's I love that person, but they're an idiot. Or I love that person, but they're an asshole. I love that person, but they're selfish. I love that person, but. Susie, I love that person, and they're amazing. I love that person, and today he pissed me off. My idiot pissed me off, but I really do love him, and I have to figure out how to get over this. I have a friend, and it's a guy friend, and we talk about this all the time. I used to snap at my ex-husband all the time. He snapped at me, and I'd snap right back. I've known this guy for 6 years. He's one of my dearest friends. Last night we were arguing over who gets the #1 spot in his friendship list. He thinks he gets to choose. No, his other friend and I, we have an agreement. I get the #1 spot. Because he won't get on a chair and change a light bulb, but I will. And he said, in 6 years I've snapped once. 6 years I've snapped once. Justifiably so. He was on a balcony and his buddies were drunk and they were dropping their cigarette ashes in my hair. It was pretty upsetting. After we told them multiple times not to do it, they were doing it anyways. I shouldn't have snapped at him. But it's not something I normally do anymore. I should have come out there, knocked on the door, waited for him to answer, and say, hey, your buddies are dropping their cigarette ashes and butts on my head. Could you please make them stop? That's how you come at it loving. No, I lost my temper because of what they kept doing and we kept asking them. I'm human. It happens. But what you do next is to make it or break it in a relationship. He texts me. Are you still mad at me? My response was maybe. Well, actually, I think it was maybe. And then I didn't. I haven't decided. And I got back, yes, with the little fist pump, which means he knew that the blow had softened. And I went over there and I told him, I'm sorry I snapped at you. He goes, well, considering you've only done it once in 6 years, I think you were entitled. Don't do it again. And then he took me out for dinner, and we discussed it even more. That's what a real relationship does. That is exactly what a real relationship does. It doesn't go on the internet telling the bad story. It doesn't go on the internet talking about how horrible they're being or being treated. It's going on the internet and saying, you know, somewhere my thinking is messed up and I don't know how to change it. Can somebody guide me because I need to communicate with this person? We have become a society where text messages are the norm. Talking to people through text messages, Messenger, Skype, WhatsApp, Facebook, that's what we do. But when it comes to face-to-face interactions, we don't do it anymore. And because we don't do it anymore, we forgot how to communicate with the love of our life. Stop publicly saying, because I'm a happy husband, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Because you're going to lose that woman. Because that woman is going to get sick and tired of being disrespected, and she's going to find somebody who respects her and makes the relationship about them. Stop calling the love of your life names. Stop telling your friends, your coworkers, everybody who will listen, do not write it out. Focus forward. Nobody teaches that because they don't want you to focus forward, because if you focus forward, you're not buying their books. You're not buying their programs. You're fed up and you're going, you know what? My life must change. So I'm going to change my story. I'm going to use my imagination, my thoughts, my words, my questions, and I am going to focus only on the direction I want to go to. Do you know why narcissists always get what they want? Because they're selfish and they only focus on the end game. So if your end game is to be happily married, why am I lucky? Because I'm happily married. Why is life amazing? Because I'm happily married. Why is the love of my life respectful? Because I'm happily married. Make the marriage happy. Make it teamwork. Communicate. Play. Do stupid things. But if you truly, truly want this person back, don't badmouth them, because sooner or later they're going to see the posts on Facebook. They're going to see the text message you sent your best friend. They're going to hear you talking to your mother. And they're going to leave you anyway. And then you're going to be all over Facebook and you're going to type in Google, how to get my ex back. And you're going to get so much messed up information, it's going to make it worse. When all you have to do is literally talk about how amazing this relationship is. You don't hear me say, I'm the greatest mother in the world. You hear me say, I have a great relationship with my daughter. I have a great relationship with my best friend. I have a great relationship with my guy friends. Because I'm not putting just me in that relationship. I am allowing them to interact, even if it hurts my feelings occasionally. Because I don't want to control 86,400 seconds a day, everything they think, do, and say. I have way more important things to do than make my daughter say the exact words I want to hear every single day. I don't want to make my best friend sit there and go, I'm so sorry, I've been ignoring you because she ignores me. I don't want to make my guy friends go, you know, you're a bitch. Well, tell me why I'm a bitch. I want to go out and I want to have fun. I want to be invited to the parties. I want to be invited to the celebrations. I want to go and go, oh, Susie's going to be here, so be careful because she's going to come out with the because and the whys. And if you have a relationship problem, go talk to her. She'll fix it. I had somebody tell her husband that. She fixes relationships. Go talk to her. And I fixed the relationship. Because you cannot be about me when it's about us. In a relationship, it is we, it is us, it is ours. It's not mine. And when you really, truly love somebody, their happiness is actually more important than yours. Have a wonderful day, my beautiful duckling. Me and my clicker are going to go see if we can work. And then we're going to go finish getting dressed for the day. Yeah, I was upset. I love you though. Have an amazing day. Subscribe, hit the like button, and tell me why you have the most amazing relationships in the world. And it's not working.